What's up, fellas? My internet just keeps on screwing up here, so I'm gonna go over it again. But Mayweather won the fight in my eyes. He won the fight. Now you can dispute the the totals and the scorecards, but regardless, I believe he won the fight. Maidana was game for this fight. Riza's help certainly was evident in his conditioning. But as I've said before in the past, what it's going to take to beat Mayweather is someone who is able to deliver a continued aggressive assault backed up with the threat of backed up with threatening power. Doesn't necessarily have to be knockout power, but power enough to sting you and then the ability to capitalize on that sting, which I believe Maidana possesses. Unfortunately, Mayweather, whereas he usually lets his opponents do what they're going to do for the first 3 rounds, that does two things. It allows him to process what their plan is, and it also allows them to wear themselves out. And then, usually by the end of the third, the beginning of the fourth, he takes control of the fight, and usually from that point on, he remains in control of the fight. And in this one, didn't follow that path. In this one, it wasn't until the 7th round that Mayweather started to exude his control over Maidana. And then that only lasted for a few rounds before Maidana either regained, a little bit of, he rested up and gained some of his composure back and then started to bring it back to him. And then for those final rounds, it really was a trade-off of who was the more skilled, who was the more accurate, and Mayweather was. But he didn't make it easy on Mayweather, as I predicted he would. And as they said, all those people that thought it was just going to be another Arturo Gatti fight, or for that matter, any of the fights that he's been up against, Guerrero, Canelo, once he got them figured out, the fight, I mean, those guys were basically useless in that ring. But not Maidana. Maidana posed a threat till the end. And, there's something to be said for that. Do I think in a rematch Maidana would do any better? No. I think Mayweather, now having been in the ring with him, gives him a significant advantage because he knows what he's capable of. He understands his punching power. I don't think that the experience with Mayweather means as much to Maidana as it does to Mayweather. It's much more valuable for Mayweather, and I think that he would dominate him in a second fight. But not like, I still think Maidana would be game, but just not as game as he was in this one. Anyhow, that being said, it was a fun fight to watch. It was a great performance, and I think that Mayweather proved that no matter what's going on in his life outside of the ring, that when it comes time to get into that ring, the man is all about business, and he puts it all aside, and he lets his extensive hard work, dedication, as he puts it, take over and do what it's got to do. And uh, you know, I don't think Maidana's not an all-out dirty fighter. I think Maidana's the type of guy that's in there to make it a fight, and whatever the rules are, he's gonna push those rules. And you know, he's not gonna, completely, blatantly break them, but he's gonna push it to the edge as he did. And it didn't really bother me too much. Thank you. Oh, thank you, buddy. Thanks. I'll keep right here. My son made me a plant. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I'll help you clean it up. Okay. I do. I want to show everybody. See the plant? Wait, where's the? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Hey, Daddy. Thank you, Gio. Thank you. Keep that back and toss it. Yeah, I'll put it right here. Okay. Thank you, buddy. All right. So, thanks, bud. So, anyhow, that being said, all these articles about Khan being laid off, not having fought for a year, and then coming back and fighting Collazo, and that's somehow putting him in the ranks for a fight against Mayweather. I mean, this is publicity from their camp, from Golden Boy camp, like you can't believe. I mean, this is a bunch of bullshit. He was in there fighting scared. He was up to his same old antics of locking up, holding down the head, you know, this guy, he's scared of getting knocked out again. And until he loses that fear, he's gonna fight like a chump, like a bitch in that ring, like he did against Collazo. And that's why Collazo dropped his hands. He had no respect for him. No respect for him. Yes, sir. You know what? Every day, can you take it outside and water it? I will. I will. I love you. A kiss. A kiss. I love you. What are you doing? I'm making a video for the boxing fans. Oh. All right? All right. So, that being said, come on. This is a joke. This is just a joke. But anyways, and then Broner, look, when you're in a fight that everybody knows is a fight for you to regain your confidence, you just get your feet wet back in the ring after you've been knocked out, to brag about your ability of beating the guy decisively, what does that show about you? It's almost like you're bragging about a fight that was thrown for you. I'm not saying this guy. I actually like that Molina. I thought he you know he delivered some fire toward him. No doubt that Broner was way faster, taller, stronger. But for him to brag about beating a fight that was purposely set up for him to just regain his footing, that dude is a chump, man. That dude is a straight up chump. And he won. It's not going to be long before either another Maidana type is going to come along and knock him the fuck out, if he's willing to accept a fight against a fighter capable of doing that. And if he fights Pacquiao, you know what? To be honest, I think Pacquiao will lay him out. Because again, you're going to have another guy who's got a lot of heart. Pacquiao always fights with a lot of heart. You know, as much as he's getting older, his speed is diminished, some of that stuff. The man has heart. All right? And he's got awkward combinations. So that'll be something to see. But anyhow, go Floyd. You know, go Chino. You guys both scored points in my book. And let's keep on going. Let's keep those fights rolling.